I really admire anyone who has a passion for their cooking, especially the Argentinians, who definitely love their food. Seduced by the sizzling steaks and the spicy chimichurri, I want to learn more about their cooking, and in particular, their tasty empanadas.
An empanada is a savoury pastry parcel that can come with a whole variety of fillings, and passions for this snack run high. In London, there's a South American battle being played out. Two Argentinian restaurants with one shared belief that each one make the greatest empanadas on this side of the Atlantic. At Restaurant Constantia, Sebastian believes his are the best.
Empanada is a big tradition in Argentina. It's one of the most traditional dishes that we have. It's a simple pasty, but in Argentina it has developed a personality of its own. But to me, the best empanadas can be found here.
At Restaurant Garifin, Ernesto is no less passionate.
We tend to believe that we're the best at doing an empanada. We're so proud and so passionate about it that we like to believe that we're the best at it.
Empanadas come with many different fillings: beef, cheese, vegetables, and how you choose to fill your empanadas depends on where you come from. Sebastian's favourite recipe is all about remembering home.
The recipe that we use would be Buenos Aires, being passed on by a family friend.
And his secret weapon is his family.
So this is my auntie, Alejandra, and she's the heart and soul of the restaurant. And she makes the best empanadas in the world. She puts a lot of love into her cooking. I think that you can tell when you try an empanada. It's a special thing. There's a lot of love that went into it.
Over at Garifin, Ernesto is still confident that his beef filling is the one. He quite likes his recipe.
It's good. This is the empanada salteña. Onions, spring onions, cumin, ají, which is the dried chili from Argentina, from the north, and paprika. That's it. And salt and pepper. The best thing about an empanada is the juiciness of the filling and the crispiness of the dough. That's the best thing about the empanada. Not too beefy. It tastes a little bit of the onions, cumin, and a slight little kick from the ají. That is how an empanada should taste.
Although empanadas come with different fillings, if you want to know what's inside, look at the outside. Every filling has its own elaborate crimping.
This is a traditional beef empanada with its traditional folding. This other one is a traditional sweet corn pasty. This sort of crimp, which is made by just pressing a fork into the dough to define the spinach and cheese.
The world of the empanada gets even more complicated when you have to decide whether to fry or bake.
Nice and crispy. The only downfall of an empanada baked is that you have to eat them straight away.
Which is fine by me. Chef Ernesto's boss is Alberto, and he thinks so too.
A good empanada is juicy and it drips. That's why I open my legs like that. They are amazing.
Our best empanada is the beef one. I haven't tried a better one.
These guys really care, and this little empanada is part of a big tradition.
The most important part is like the fact that the ritual of sharing and having a good time together. So in Argentina, what we do is we meet with our family on a Sunday. We share a few nice empanadas, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who does the best.
Yeah, we think we're the best.
But I think we do the best.
But we think we have the best.
We make the best ones.
I'm delighted that Sebastian, Maria and Ernesto have joined me, and they have brought their delicious empanadas with them. Welcome. Hola.
Thank you.
Now, this looks impressive. I'm sensing there's a little bit of rivalry between these two sets of empanadas. Now, empanadas seems to be prolific between Latin America, Hispanic community in America as well, and in Spain, and in Portugal, and in Britain.
Obviously, everyone loves empanadas in Argentina, so if there is a big event, surely you have some empanadas going around.
But there is a bit of heritage, I think, worldwide. If I go to any country, they'll all say, they make the best empanadas in the world.
Exactly, yeah, yeah.
It's like the Italians with their focaccia. Every village makes the best focaccia in Italy.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried because I think you're going to want me to judge these. Now, I think the easiest way to do it is obviously to eat them. Do you have a beef one?
Yes, yes.
Which
we
one's
do.
your beef one?
These ones would be the beef ones,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
This is the beef one.
Yeah.
If I pop that one down on there. And do you have one, Ernesto? Do you have
Of
a
course,
beef?
the beef, same cream.
Again, very similar crimp, very similar size, looks very attractive. I'll just cut this one in half. Cut this one in half. It does look quite impressive. Can I pass you that one?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
And I'll eat this one. Tell me what you think about it. Now, obviously, this is Ernesto's.
Yeah,
Okay?
What do you think?
It's sweeter than the one we make. You can tell that, and you can get a little bit of the carrot also there.
Yeah.
And the onion.
There's a little bit of bite there as well to it, a little bit of heat that sort of floats in and out. What would you mark that out of 10?
I would give it an 8.
An 8 out of 10. That's a respectable score. So what we've got here is, this is yours, Maria. Now, Maria doesn't speak any English, so we're going to have to use interpretation through Sebastian. Ernesto, would you like to have a bite and tell me what you think of this one?
It's slightly smoky. No? A little bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm getting, again, a little bit of heat going through. It is very juicy. What would you mark that one out of 10? I know what you're going to say here.
Shall we make it an even 8?
That's what I was waiting for. Number 8. Here we go. So we're back where we started from, right? One's baked and one's fried. I have a favourite in my head. I do have a favourite in my head. I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, okay.
But you have very regional types, and it's very difficult to judge one against the other when you've got two different regions with two different traditions and two different flavours coming from two different parts of Argentina. They do remind me a lot of Cornish pasties because the shapes that it gets crimped, and also the fact that the miners used to go to South America hundreds and hundreds of years ago to mine Argentina as well. They would have brought these Cornish pasties with them on the boat.
Yeah.
And they look very similar, you know. I'm
Are you
thinking,
implying that empanadas are British?
yes, I am.
You're going
Okay.
to be the most unpopular chef in Argentina.
Now, I'm going to make an empanada. Now, I'm going to use chicken. Now, to start with, I'm using chicken thigh, which is here, which I've roasted for 45 minutes. So you can see the juices there from the chicken. I'm going to leave them now while I prepare the rest of the filling. Now, to start with, heat up your pan, cumin seeds straight in, and leave them to dance for a minute.
It's all right, Paul, if we make some mate.
Absolutely, sorry.
Some mate tea. Typical infusion from South America. We drink it and we share.
Absolutely, yeah, go
cool.
ahead. Yeah, I'm up for that.
You drink it with friends, with work colleagues.
I love the fact that, Sebastian, you're going to eat it with Ernesto.
Yes, no
so
problem.
we rise above this empanada gate.
We're
and
going
gonna
to
share
become
tea together.
friends with the mate.
Now, over here, I'm going to put some raisins in there, put the chorizo straight in the pan as well. A few onions in there. You happy with that, Maria?
¿Está bien eso?
Is that okay? Is that okay, Ernesto?
Looks good? Yeah.
A bit more onion, but
You want more onion?
yeah. It's one of the secrets, to get a lot of onion and a lot of juice there.
What I'm going to do is put this into a container. I'll scrape every onion out now, just for you, Sebastian.
Thank you.
And over here, I've got my chicken thigh, which I'm just going to take the skin off.
This is the mate.
When you have mate, there is only one person who is the cebador, which is the one who is allowed to pour the water in the mate.
Right.
So it has to pass it around, and it always goes to the same person. So Sebastian passes it to you.
Is this like
then
a
you
peace
give it
pipe
back
then?
Yeah, particularly when we were talking about empanadas.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to chop up some of the chicken thighs. I want to try and keep that juice in there as well. So if I lift that up, pop that in there as well. Happy with that.
Your mate tea is ready.
Oh, is it ready?
Yep.
How'd you drink? Just sip
Yeah,
it?
Yeah,
you,
you just-
you never touch the straw. It blocks.
It looks like a gaucho already.
Exactly.
It's nice. It's very strong.
Yeah.
I like it. It's got a bit of kick to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I like that.
It will get you going.
Okay, so there I've got my filling at the moment for my empanada. It smells very good. Now, the next stage is to produce the pastry. I've got my flour. I'm going to put an egg in there, a little bit of seasoning in there as well. Finally, I've got some water. I've got some butter, which I'm going to put straight in. Now, is this normal? Would you normally do it this way?
Normally, also in Argentina, a lot of people do it still with kind of beef dripping. I mean, if you think people doing this in the countryside and so on, that's probably what they had.
Years ago in this country, we used to use a lot of lard.
Oh, okay.
During the war. Butter was rare till later on. So the whole idea of using butter is probably the modern-day equivalent of using a fat. That feels good.
Fold and knead the dough, adding a little bit of flour until it's soft and elastic.
I like that. How does that feel, Maria? Does that feel okay? Okay. Who makes your dough, Sebastian? Is it Maria?
Because we have to make many empanadas. We import from Argentina. A ready-made.
Buy-in dough.
Yeah, well, when we have to make like 400 empanadas.
It doesn't take very long. I mean, that'll probably do about 10. I mean, I could mix you up a dough for 400 in about 20 minutes.
You can come and work with us at the restaurant. It's no problem.
Now, I'm just going to roll out a piece of dough. Now, I'm rolling this quite thin. You put quite a lot of filling in, don't you?
Yeah.
You really
Yeah,
do
they
pack
have
it
to
out.
be pretty packed.
An egg. So I'm sort of guessing where it's going to go around there. Get my pastry, fold it over. What I'm going to do is push that down. I'm going to trim that round. This is my homemade dough, boys. And then when it comes to the crimping, I'm going to bring Maria up now to show me something. Maria?
Que lo ayudes a mateti if you want.
Ah, thank you. Okay. Sebastian, can you ask Maria, is it a good dough?
¿Está buena la masa?
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, very good.
So Maria's actually going around crimping it. And that looks, doesn't that look beautiful? So egg wash on the top. I'll place that on there. There's one. Now these are going to be baked off at 200 degrees centigrade for at least 15 minutes. They're beautiful and golden brown and crispy.
I baked my empanadas, but you can fry them, and you can serve them hot or cold.
And we'll serve them later. So guys, Maria, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer before we get a chance to eat it, and you're going to have to judge me.
Okay.
Excellent.
So remember, 8 out of 10, yeah? Say 9.